So it's an early start, but a beautiful day it looks like here in Tuscany. We're on our way to the mall, which is the outlets here in Florence, and excited to see what we can find. Normally we do some like Christmas shopping, etc. for one another, so we're gonna have a look and I'll take you along with us. It's Sunday, it's another beautiful day here, and we're gonna go for a nice morning walk all together and then grab lunch and then head on the road to get back home. So this is a very kind of fake unboxing video because I started wearing it as soon as I got it basically. So I went into Gucci and I wanted to try on those shoes and I tried them on. I was between the brown suede and the black suede, and the difference between those two mainly was the buckle. On the black suede, the buckle of it was more of like an antique gold, which I preferred. And I normally have like, I have a lot of like brown boots and shoes, etc. So I wanted to do something different and go with a black suede pair of shoes. So I said, okay, I'll take them, wrap them up. By the way, they do run slightly larger because they are kind of wide. So I'm typically an 8.5 and I went with a size 8. So just to note, so I said, okay, wrap it up. As we were going back downstairs, and she was taking me through kind of the section where you go to pay, etc. I get distracted seeing all the new bags from the newest like fall collection that came out. And there were so many beautiful things. I'm really into suede. Obviously it's the fall season, so everybody's into suede at the moment. And they had some really beautiful bags. There was also that green suede bags with like the micro GG logo on it. And I'm not so much for logos, but it actually didn't bother me. It reminded me very much of like the 1970s like Gucci style, which I appreciate since I like vintage things, obviously. So it was this really pretty sage green and I fell in love with it, but I didn't see it until after I had seen something else. So let's go ahead and do a fake unboxing since I've already worn this, but we have this big box here and da-da-da. Inside, opted to get this beautiful, beautiful black lambskin soft Horsebit 1955 bag. Now I have one of these bags and it's the bag that I have. I got it in the boutique, I think in 2022. And mine is white with the Gucci like canvas. And it was actually something that I've been thinking about selling, but then I'm like, I don't know, because it was my first like luxury bag purchase in a boutique. So I wanted to kind of always hold on to it. But now I think I'm going to sell it because my rule is whenever I buy a bag is one in, one out. That kind of helps to like recycle, so you can constantly change out bags if you'd like without having to necessarily break the bank every time. So I ended up going with the large size of this 1955 Horsebit bag, and it's so soft. I love the black leather of it. It did come in a few colors. I did also try on the brown suede, which is really, really nice, but I don't have a black bag surprisingly yet. So this is actually something that I was looking for. And I was even looking at the older model because you can get the older model for a pretty good price. But I opted to go with this newer one because I loved this like lambskin. I think the other model is like a smooth calfskin and it's kind of like a box leather, whereas this one here is completely lambskin. It reminds me a lot of like a vintage Lady Dior lambskin bag, or even one of those like vintage Chanel bags. It's just such a smooth, buttery leather. And yes, everybody's afraid of lambskin because you think, you have to be careful because it scratches, etc. But just kind of like box leather, especially like vintage box leather. If you think about a bit vintage box leather, Hermes bag, for instance, they buff out the scratches. Like the scratches, they kind of, I mean, it's inevitable, like, but they do kind of buff out, and you can always like take a cloth and you can even put, if necessary, the correct like leather moisturizer if needed. And what's really, really nice about Gucci too, I had an incredible sales associate. Her name is Federica. And at the Florence boutique, I'll put the street of which one I went to. And she was wonderful. And she did share as well, there's a 2-year warranty, like a general warranty. And then obviously they also have a aftercare, which you can have even like forever. So if you have like a super vintage old Gucci bag, even from like the 70s, you can bring it in and there is an aftercare where they can try to treat it or restore it in any possible way. So really, really happy with this bag. You're gonna see it throughout the video because I put it on subito right away. And what I really liked about this bag compared to the old model is that not only is it soft, but you have these larger spaces. Now this is the largest size that this bag comes in, but each one of these sections, there's 3 different sections with a zipper in the very back. They're quite wide. So everything that fit into my Ferragamo hug bag fit into here without any problems and even with some room. So I have this, which I put in the middle section, which is a little bit wider than the other sections that I just kind of, it's like my catch-all. So I put all of my like creams and stuff and lipsticks and whatever, even like headphones. And I will also put my camera in there as well because it fits perfectly. But it's just a really great bag. It's great for every day. It's super comfortable. And if you're not familiar with the Horsebit bag, it is as well quite easy to wear even as crossbody. Now, this is for me a shoulder bag. I wouldn't wear this crossbody, but if I needed to, I could. So you have these gold snaps buttons right here. And all you have to do is you just have to unsnap them. And now I haven't seen, but my other one came with as well, like other gold buttons that you would snap on the opposite side. So that way you didn't have this like button exposed. And then you can just expand it and you can wear it as a crossbody if you'd like. So love this bag, very happy with it. I've been using it basically since I got it and it has been really great. You can see as well how wide it is. I love the details on it. The gold hardware on this bag too is really nice because it's kind of like a more, it's shiny, but it's still kind of like that vintage, like a more yellowy gold, which I really like, and especially it complements very well the black. And they did have a butter yellow one, and they had the brown suede, and I think that those were the 3 colors that it came in. But anyways, I do have a video which I probably have already shown you. So it's a great bag, and next on my wish list is going to be that sage green half Horsebit bag. So let me know your thoughts, and if you are thinking about getting this bag, I would highly suggest getting it. I love this bigger size. It does come in a smaller size too, which is pretty comparable to the previous bag, the previous version of the bag, but it's just great. Super squishy, super squishy and comfortable. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I'm excited to share then the next one. This wraps up the Tuscany fall diaries for this month, and see you in the next one.